Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, York Acquisition Corp just filed an 8K and I'm seeing a clear indicator of their next move. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. They just updated their notes for working capital and it points to an upcoming business combination. So Yorkville Acquisition Corp, which you might know by its ticker symbols like MCGAU, and MCGAU has filed an update about a loan or a note. This is basically an agreement where someone lends money to the company. The story here is about a note they have with Yorkville Acquisition Sponsor, LLC, which we'll call the sponsor for simplicity. Back in February, they had a working capital note for $250,000. Now, in May, the sponsor decided to add another $250,000. So, to make things official and to cover this new money, the company issued an amended and restated working capital note. This new note is for a total of $500,000. It basically replaces the old one and includes this extra cash. Now, here is a key detail. This $500,000 note does not earn any interest. That's pretty unusual for a loan, unless to reason. And when does the company have to pay it back? Well, it is due on the earlier of two events, either when the company completes its initial business combination or when the company decides to shut down or wind up its operations. This is where it gets interesting. The sponsor can choose to convert this entire amount into company units. This conversion happens when the company finishes its initial business combination, and when they convert it, they'll get units at a price of $10 per unit. These units are the same type as the private placement units that were sold when the company first went public. So instead of getting their money back, the sponsor can become a shareholder by converting this loan into company stock or units. This is a common move for sponsors of special purpose acquisition companies, or SPACs, to provide financing while also aligning their interests with future growth. This part about relying on Section 402 of the Securities Act basically means they believe this transaction is exempt from the usual registration requirements because it is an offer to a sophisticated investor. In this case, the sponsor, it's a way for companies to raise capital without going through the lengthy public registration process. To break down what these new units are, each one will have one Class A ordinary share. That is a basic type of stock, and it also comes with 1/3 of a redeemable warrant. A whole warrant, which would be 3 of these 1/3 pieces, gives the holder the right to buy a Class A ordinary share for $11.50. These warrants will become available to use about 30 days after the company's initial business combination is completed. Looking at the market context, the company's units are trading around $10.35. This note, convertible at $10 per unit, means the sponsor is essentially getting a guaranteed entry point at a price that is already close to the current market. This whole situation strongly suggests that Yorkville Acquisition Corp is gearing up to announce its business combination soon. Companies like this typically use these working capital notes to fund operations and deal expenses as they search for and negotiate a merger or acquisition. The conversion feature is a way for the sponsor to get their money back in the form of equity, showing they are committed to the company's future beyond just lending money. My biggest concern is always the terms of these SPAC deals, especially how dilutive they might be for existing shareholders. Converting a $500,000 note at $10 a unit can add a significant number of shares to the float. Considering the current share price is just above that conversion price, it signals that the sponsor is confident in the company's ability to grow and sustain its value post-combination. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives.